So these are some frequently asked questions about California's balanced budget requirement. First, did California always have to adopt a balanced budget? Probably the answer is yes, because prior provisions of the California Constitution were interpreted to require a balanced budget, at least to require the governor to submit a balanced budget to the legislature by the January 10th deadline. So, what does the California Government Code provide? Since 1983, Government Code Section 1337.5 requires a balanced budget be enacted. It says that the annual budget act shall not provide for projected expenditures in excess of projected revenues. Further, it is the intention of the legislature that in the event, after enactment of the Budget Act, revised estimates of expected revenues or expenditures or both show that expenditures will exceed estimated revenues, expenditures should be reduced or revenues increased or both to ensure that actual expenditures do not exceed actual revenues for that fiscal year. Now, how is California's Constitution amended to address a balanced budget? An amendment was made to Article 4, Section 12, when subdivision G was added. And it says for the 2004-5 fiscal year or any subsequent fiscal year, the legislature may not send to the governor for consideration, nor may the governor sign into law a budget bill that would appropriate from the general fund for that fiscal year a total amount that, when combined with all appropriations from the general fund for that fiscal year, and the amount of any general fund monies transferred to the budget stabilization account for that fiscal year, can exceed general fund revenues for that fiscal year estimated as of the date of the budget bill's passage. And that estimate of general fund revenues is required to be set forth in the budget bill passed by the legislature. Who determines whether the budget bill is balanced? Per the California Constitution and an appellate court decision called Steinberg versus Chung in 2014, the determination is made based upon what is contained in the budget bill, which lists both expenditures as well as the estimate of revenues for the forthcoming fiscal year. How did the Court of Appeal in California describe the legislature's role? The appellate court in the Steinberg versus Chung case, again in 2014, said the balanced budget provision does not prescribe the manner in which the legislature must calculate this estimate, the nature of the revenue sources the legislature may or may not take into account, or any role for the controller in overseeing the estimate. Are budget trailer bills required to be passed by the June 15th deadline? No. The Court of Appeal in the Steinberg case also ruled that the state constitution does not require budget trailer bills to be enrolled and sent to the governor for signature before the constitutional deadline of June the 15th. Now, who enforces whether the budget is balanced or not? The appeals court in the Steinberg case said the governor can enforce it either through vetoing the budget as a whole or exercising his power to veto line items to bring appropriations in balance with accurate revenues.